Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. Today I thought we'd do a video. I am so sorry if I'm out of focus. My contacts are blurry and I can't go to the optometrist because Rona and we're high risk. So like, I can't really tell that I'm out of focus all the time. So I'm sorry. Also, forgive my hair. This is just like a giant disclaimer. I look ridiculous right now. Please forgive me. I'm doing the very best I can. But today, I thought we would do a little video on some favorite holiday movies and music, general like things that I listen to or play a lot, we play a lot, whether they just be things that we like or tradition or whatever. I've been asked to do this by a few people and I thought it was such an interesting question and like video idea, but at the same time, like I can totally understand why, because I'm not somebody who like really loves hokey stuff, so it's hard. Like I don't like Hallmark movies, so it's kind of interesting to be like, well, what do you watch then? You know what I mean? Because I feel like everybody wants to watch Hallmark movies. And dude, I love Dolly Parton, but Dolly Parton straight up put a musical on Netflix, the Holiday and Christmas in the Square, and I made about 45 minutes in and I love her, but like, ooh, it's just too cheesy. So anyway, I thought I would do what I like and what we watch a lot. So this spans adult to kid friendly, and I'll like tell you in advance. I think especially as we get closer to the holiday, well, let me rephrase that. I think as we get closer to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I will put disclaimers on specific videos that you should not watch around your kids, especially if they can hear me. There's at least 2 videos that I can think of that like what is happening? There's at least 2 videos that I can think of that I've got on the horizon that I really don't want to have a nastygram sent to me about like how your kid saw it. Now you have to have this really difficult conversation. Like this is behind the scenes Christmas stuff. I am not here to disrupt the magic. I am here to help you have more magic. So I need you to help me help you. Okay? All right, so some of the stuff is family friendly, some of the stuff is not. I will tell you which is which. So for movies, okay, my very first response, like whenever anybody asks me what's your favorite Christmas movie, 100% without question, no doubt in my mind, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That is our family tradition. We do not watch it until we are all together. This year is gonna be really hard because I truly can't remember the last time I didn't watch that movie with my dad. Like it's a tough one for me. We did send my dad like kind of a hybrid Father's Day, birthday present. We got him a really big TV, like a Sonos soundbar and all this stuff. So he definitely has the scale of television to really watch it in all of its glory. So I kind of think what we're going to wind up doing is something along the lines of watch it at the same time. You know what I mean? Like try to sort out a way. I thought about doing like a Zoom watch party, but then you're just kind of like laughing together. I don't know. It's like a weird, it sounds great in idea, but it's kind of like eating dinner at home. It's if y'all watch The West Wing, it's kind of like, it reminds me a lot of when Leo's asking for like anniversary advice and they said get somebody who plays a violinist and have like a catered dinner in the house. And he's like, wouldn't that be weird? And he's like, yeah, after a few minutes, like it's just this random guy in your home while y'all are eating. So it kind of feels like that, where it sounds great, but then eventually you're just like watching a movie and occasionally hearing each other laugh or like sniffle or go to the bathroom or whatever. So I'm like, I don't really know if that's a great idea. But that movie is my favorite. A polar opposite one, the one that we watch no doubt the most often, is Elf. Elf is a great movie because it's super family friendly. It's quotable as all hell. It's old enough that like he and I both remember. Oh my God, I've gone to like watch parties for it. We've done all kinds of stuff. We have Buddy outside. He's an inflatable. Like all of it, right? So it's just a really good family movie, but it's still fun for the adults. So I will also, I feel like I should say this to you now, I'm not going to put movies in this video that you have to sit through. These are movies that you'll actually enjoy watching. Another family-friendly movie that's good for adults is the Santa Claus trilogy. This might get a little hokey, but like, I don't think so, because I've got a really dry sense of humor. So if I can find some joy in it, I think a lot of people can. But like, I really like the Santa Claus trilogy, partially because when I was younger, I had a major crush on David Krumholtz, and he's in the Santa Claus. And I just was real fond of him. Anyway, so plus it's just like, it's that real life kind of like, God, this is a pain in my ass. Like, I like movies that acknowledge what a chore some of this is, you know what I mean? So that definitely gets ranked, especially for the family. There's 3 of them. It's a great way to spend 3 nights, you know, leading up to Christmas. We're gonna do that this week. We're gonna watch, yeah, this is the last, so this coming week is the last week of school before Christmas break or holiday break, so winter break or whatever they call it. So I think we're gonna do a Christmas movie pretty much every night, or something like every night. But those 3 faux show are getting put in there. I know the kids really like Polar Express. I know the kids really like the Christmas Chronicles movies on Netflix. Not so much my speed, but I'll put it on for them. But it's one of those ones that I'm on my phone during, like I'm not, you know what I mean? Or I'm like responding to comments or client emails or whatever. So yeah, but like those 3 are, well, I should say 5 really, are like what I think of when I think of Christmas. And you could even say just the first Santa Claus movie, that's fine. The honorable mentions. So my classic honorable mention that I think I have to state for just everyone's benefit really at this point, Die Hard. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, is like a whole thing. Yeah, it is. I also like Alan Rickman a lot, so like I'll give that. That's easy. Love Actually obviously is a great Christmas movie, but I just feel like everybody says that. Another one that is a recent discovery of mine, because it is on one of my streaming platforms, I don't remember which one, but Bad Moms Christmas. Do not watch that around children. I mean, like in the first, I think 60 seconds, it'll make it very clear to you why you shouldn't. But like that whole movie, like you really, I don't care how progressive a parent you are, you don't want to have to explain some of that to your kids, especially if they're little. So make sure that it's just adults when you're watching that, but that movie's really funny. It's also just like, when you're having one of those days where you like need to start drinking at like 3, that's a good movie to watch for that. And then my personal favorite honorable mention would be While You Were Sleeping. I just watched that movie last night, and I just love that movie so much. It has aged so well. It's still funny. It is very festive, but in a way that, personally, I like movies that kind of remind you why we do this, right? So like, I like things that are not necessarily supposed to be this like huge grand thing, but it's about, you know, kind of the magic of the season, and not in a Santa way, but just in a people way. And so what I love so much about that movie is it shows you through the lens of when you're alone, you know, and what you look for and what you want and all that stuff. So that movie is great. If you haven't seen it, I think it's on Disney Plus. I think that's the one that came up when I searched for it. My bangs, dude, I get them fixed. I get my hair fixed soon. So like, it's just, I can trim my bangs, but we're just kind of in this perpetual state of like weave growth and root, and it's just a shit show. Anyway, then I can throw like the obvious ones in. I can throw in Love Actually. I can throw in The Grinch, like any of them. If you're gonna go down the road of The Grinch, okay, so I have a lot of opinions on this, mainly because I was a makeup artist for 15 years. Rick Baker did the makeup for The Grinch with Jim Carrey, so obviously, that gets ranked because I love Rick Baker. If you watch my Vlogmas from last year, Jeremy, I think I was really pissed off. I think it was Christmas Eve or the day before. I don't know. It was like right around Christmas and something happened. I can't even remember what it was, but I was pissed. I think I was trying to cook or something and I was mad that nobody was being even remotely helpful. And so he gave me one of my gifts early, which was Metamorphosis by Rick Baker, which is just this like tomb of his work. And it's just, he is just one of the most incredibly talented trailblazers, make something out of nothing, work ethic, salt of the earth. Just, I cannot say enough wonderful things about Rick Baker. So if you want to check out that, it's like 2 volumes. So if you want to check it out, do. It's awesome. If I can link it below, I will. But yeah, so that Grinch ranks highly for me. The second one with Benedict Cumberbatch, I like that one. I like that one because I like the vibe of it. I also like, I like the fact that Tyler, the creator, did some of the music. I think I like the vibe that it gave, so it's kind of cool. I like the music to it, for sure. So yeah, so in an effort to like not be as repetitive as I feel like a lot of people's are, no like shade, it's just, you know what I mean, just to mix it up a little bit. Those are mine. Now, in terms of songs, I feel like this might make me sound sad. I'm not a sad person, but I do have emotions. So my all-time favorite Christmas song is Hard Candy Christmas by Dolly Parton. For multiple reasons, but I feel like it's one of those songs that you can constantly go back to no matter what time of the year you're in, and you can relate to it in some way, shape, or form. I also love that it takes on a life within yours a little bit. Like I can tell you there's parts in that song where I can go, yes, this moment in my life. Yes, that moment in my life. Like I just really, you know, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's just Dolly and me. And I love Dolly so much. She is like a saint in my house. We don't speak any ill of Dolly in my home. It's not allowed. We are going to have, I mean, I don't know why you would, but like, you crazy, but like, not here. But I have one of those prayer candles with her on it that I got in a Secret Santa like years ago. And then I have my best friend, Nikki, her husband is a drummer. He's a rock star, but he's also an artist and he does oil paintings. So he's doing a bunch of paintings for us over time, like whenever he can, and eventually they'll all be in the forever house. But for currently, it's kind of like as they roll in, you know. But on the list is he's doing a Dolly original for me, but it's like I have a general like idea of what I want. So anyway, that's the point. So yeah, so all of this to say, all of this a very long-winded way of saying she's the best. So she gets ranked number 1. Another one that I think of all the time is Blue Christmas by Elvis. That is entirely because of my father. My dad is a huge Elvis fan, and we used to sing Blue Christmas in the car. Oh my God, all the time. My dad and I have so many songs that we sing in the car. Neither one of us can sing well, for the record, so we just sing off key to each other the whole time and laugh. He's better than I am, but neither one of us are great. So yeah, so that one's got a lot of sentimental value to it. Yeah, and I just have a lot of memories with it, you know, like childhood memories. Another one that I feel like everybody says Mariah, so I have to throw that one in. People say Bublé now. I'll give people Bublé. He's really like grown on me in the last several years. What else can I think of that I would really like? I like the crooners. I tend to really go back to like the Rat Pack when it comes to like the Christmas classics. I do like the Sinatra, the Dean Martin. I do like a Bing Crosby. Yeah, I don't want a lot of modern stuff, although I say that, and I was talking to my friend Beth about this, and Brett Eldridge has some really good ones that it came up on a Spotify playlist, and then so does Kelly Clarkson has some good ones that came up on my Peloton holiday rides. Oh, here's a great one that nobody talks about. Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC. Oh my God, how did I not like open with that? if you're like, you want to talk about like a I gotta get shit done today festive song, Run DMC. I also would say you could totally throw in, there's like great, like the Eagles, you could do the Beach Boys, the Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys is a great one. Yeah, just like the peppy, like put you in a good mood. You can tell I did a lot of road trips as a kid because these are all songs that like do well in a car. When I was growing up, we didn't have, I mean, we didn't like really go without, but like we would drive everywhere. I didn't get on a plane until I was like 17. And we would always drive to family to spend vacations or holidays with family. And we would listen to just like mixtapes the whole time, or the radio, or a lot of the times it was just like different FM stations that were playing Christmas music. You don't remember that? There was always like that one like adult contemporary or whatever the hell it was called back then station that like come some date only played Christmas music. We listened to that almost exclusively. So I have a lot of those songs in like my kind of memory repertoire of favorites. And then Spotify has a playlist. I haven't done any research on that, but it's called Christmas Hits. And that one's nice. It's got, you can skip through some of the ones that you're just like, okay, Ariana, I get it. But like exposed me to a few like new to me songs. Like there was this Drive It Home for Christmas song that I thought was brand new, and it turns out it came out when I was 3. So like, oops. And then I think the last thing I would say in terms of music would be A Holly Dolly Christmas by Miss Dolly Parton. That came out this year. Now that is 100% for me, it is an album that I would listen to when I miss like my grandparents. Like my mama, my great aunt, them. Because like a lot of that is that kind of country, twangy, the way they speak, all of that. That's very much how I was raised. So you can always tell. I think it's funny because I can totally tell when I'm editing. I'm like, oh, I can tell who I spoke to that day. Because my accent varies a lot. So it'll either be like really strong, or it'll be like totally gone. Like it's and words, my vocabulary varies a ton. So I'm either like with it or I'm speaking in like total countryisms. If I'm tired, like all of that stuff plays in, right? But anyway, so yeah, Holly Dolly Christmas is a good one. It's also just nice because it's like a throwback for me. So it's nice. It kind of reminds me of my mama lived in a 2-room log cabin in Kentucky. And when I was growing up, I would spend my summers with her in that cabin. And so much of that stuff reminds me of growing up with her and just the way it was, you know? And I look so fondly back on those times. So like for me, it's just a way to kind of revisit them, but in a way that's modern and with Dolly. You know what I mean? So, because I kind of feel like, I mean, I know I'm not going to be, but I feel like when I get old, I'm going to be a little bit like Dolly Parton. Yeah, that's my goal at least. when I grow up, I want to be her. So I love her so much. Those are some of my like biggest, most favorite holiday movies and music. I'm going to go down and see if Jeremy has anything to add. That way we can make this like a whole team effort roundup of favorites.
Why are you sweaty? Have you been watching Cops?
No, I just washed my hands. I forgot to put a towel back up in there.
Mm.
Do you have any holiday music or movie favorites you want me to include?
Well, there's always.
Oh, I'm gonna fall.
You're not gonna fall. There's always like Vacation.
I did that one.
There's Elf.
I did that one. I did Christmas Vacation, Elf, Santa Claus, and I kind of threw in the whole trilogy while you were sleeping and Die Hard.
Okay. Thank you.
Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay.
Nothing that
What about music?
really. I mean, I always just kind of like type in Christmas music and click go.
Okay.
Mm.
Cool. My hair is cray. So thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.